Most men are sabotaging their future, their life, by doing these three things that are going to destroy your potential. Everybody has potential. Don't believe that you do not have potential, because it's in all of us. No one's special. So these are the things that are going to absolutely destroy your potential, and you should avoid at all costs. Most men never escape these traps. This is the truth. People are stuck in these traps for their whole life. The best thing you can do is get out of these early and start to actually build what you want. Look here, so this was me, right? This was me. I don't want you guys to think that I'm some church boy, who's never done anything wrong, who's never experienced things and done drugs or done alcohol, chased birds. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a sinless person, or I say sinless, I'm not a person who hasn't indulged in these habits, right? So I want to prove to you that this was me, this was actually how I used to live my life, I know these habits, I'm not, like I said, I've felt the joys of these habits and I've felt the downsides of these habits. So I know these very well. I'm not a church boy. I fucking know these things, and I'm trying to tell you that there's a better way. There's something that is more fulfilling. There's something that is just better, bruv. Like, this is really, I've got no desire to ever go back to this way, because how great my life is now and how great it's going to be. But these things are they're just traps, they're just small habits that you're taught are normal. I say normal, you're taught to do, and they end up becoming a habit, and they do, on a long time frame, ruin your life. They have the potential to ruin your life. There's a much better way, in my opinion. There's a much better solution to a way of life, to your way of living, that's going to make you much more happier than any of the things in these images. And what I'm about to tell you, 10 times, outweighs it fucking 10 times. So yeah, let's get into it. What are the habits? What are the things that have been ruining your potential? Drugs, number one, alcohol, and chasing women. Simple. Something you probably love doing that is completely draining your energy and focus. End of the day, there's something deep down, there's something that you actually want to do that you're passionate about, or maybe you don't know what you want to do, but there's something for you out there that you should be doing, and maybe you just don't have the energy and the focus to even figure out what that is. Take time away from this stuff, because all this is doing is distracting you, and that's what it's really here to do. It's here to just distract you from what you're actually supposed to do. Feels good in the short time, kills you in the long term. 100% true. I've spoke to so many guys, so many people older than me, who they respect what I'm doing with my life, and they say, I wish I'd done that when I was younger. I wish I focused. I wished I wasn't just out drinking. They all regret it. They all regret these bad habits that end up ruining their life. And it doesn't take a long time for these things to just affect your life anyway. It's not as if the way you should live your life means you've got to wait a long time for the joys and the pleasures of it. You don't have to wait long at all. It's just people are so distracted, people are so weak-minded and completely drained of their energy and focus. They never get to see anything. They never get around to even thinking about it. They're just constantly distracting themselves. If you don't know what escapism is pretty much when you're escaping your reality by doing something that feels good in the short term. So some examples of this are scrolling on your phone. You may not realise, but scrolling on your phone is a form of escapism, because you're sitting there in your bed, deep down in your mind, you should be doing what you're doing, but the reason you keep scrolling is because you're escaping your reality. So your reality might be a bit shit, you might not be in the shape you want to be in, you might not have the job that you want, but rather than feeling uncomfortable with that and trying to fix it, you're escaping that by scrolling on your phone, drinking, to make up for how bad you feel about it, smoking, So that's what escapism is. It's escaping your reality. And these are the purest forms, in my opinion. So a complete distraction from building the life that you actually want. There's a vision in your head of your life, how you want it to be, and you doing these habits, you indulging in these habits, are going to prolong that, and they just stop you from even getting there. Let them go on for long, they will definitely stop you from getting there. You need to attack it now at the root, in your youth, when you're young, so these are never desirable for you to do. And obviously we're all human, we can all still desire these things, but you create a bigger resistance because you know there's better rewards in other things to do in your life. Do all that, yeah, you drink, you smoke, you chase these birds, you wake up the next morning, the next week, you get nothing out of it, yeah, you're left with nothing. All you had in that scenario, in that situation, was the feeling. Yeah, you're not building nothing from it, you're not getting better, you're actually getting worse, and you're left with nothing. You spend all that money as well, you've worked hard for your money, you spend it all, you're left with absolutely nothing. It's the biggest waste of time. It's just a short-term hit. Yeah, it's just a short-term hit. Build something real, build something that you actually want, and don't keep escaping from your life. Okay, what to do instead? Yeah, what I've done, what I believe you should do. 100% you need to train, you need to be in the gym. It could be anything, yeah, you could be doing weight training ideally, but there's so much exercise out there. You could be doing running, you could be doing gymnastics, yeah, yoga, whatever it is, some form of exercise you need to be doing. You need to be building discipline for yourself. I would choose weightlifting because you also get the physical benefits. In that discipline, yeah, you're able to focus on your dreams, yeah, focus on your goals properly, on your mission, to do things that you need to do in order to get to that point, so you don't have to be escaping your life. You don't have to be doing escapism activities, because you won't need to. And that's how I feel now. I don't need to be doing these things because I genuinely enjoy my life. Read, learn, and level up your mind. You should always be trying to learn, always trying to be better, learning more, not thinking that you know it all. If you study the greatest people in history, they was always learning and always being humble about where they was. So they, as great as they was, they knew they didn't know everything, so they was constantly learning, and that attitude put them in their positions, made them who they are. Fix your diet, huge one, yeah, this is life changing. You are what you eat. You've heard that saying, yeah, it's very true. You are what you eat. Stop eating pointless food, yeah. Get your diet right, eat whole foods, eat good foods, food you're supposed to eat. Don't be eating all the fucking marketing, business, supermarket bullshit, yeah. Eat food that's actually going to benefit your body, your mind, benefit your life, put you in shape, put your mind and body in shape. Probably have low testosterone. This is something I discovered about myself. I've got to check. I had very low testosterone, yeah. I heard someone talk about it, saying that, you have your life is very different when you've got low testosterone and when you've got high testosterone, yeah. I ended up dialing in, getting mine super fucking high. Complete life changer. The best thing I've ever done for my life. It's changed my life completely, and something you should really take seriously, something you should really dial in. It's going to change. It's got like hundreds of benefits to you as a man, as a person, for your life. All these bad habits affect your testosterone massively, yeah. You want to get rid of these. When you get rid of these, you're going to naturally boost your testosterone anyway, but you should be doing things that boost your testosterone. You should be intentionally doing things. If you don't know how to boost your testosterone, I've got a full video breaking down everything you need to know about boosting your testosterone, how I boosted mine to the max. Very useful habits, key pillars, complete guide on how to boost your testosterone, so I'd definitely give it a watch. It's going to change your life completely. I'll leave it in the description. Make sure you rectify, make sure you adjust your habits, make sure you get rid of these stupid habits and start actually building a life that you want. End of the day, we've only got one life, do you know what I mean? So make the most of it. If there's something you want to do, you need to do it now, and getting rid of these habits are going to put you in the right direction. Boosting your testosterone is going to put you in the right direction. get it done. Make sure you're boosting your testosterone, and struggle today for strength tomorrow. I'll see you boys later.